I'm making this video to showcase the tools I'm selling. We just went cleaned out the old shop and we found these tools that we don't really need anymore. So I'll throw up on Craigslist, see if I can get any cash for them. First up is this Delta drill press. It used to be my grandfather's, don't really use it anymore. Still in good condition, it's a little rusty, but it still works just fine. The spindle might have to be replaced. It does wobble a bit, but it can still make it hold just fine. Um, Everything works. It's well lubricated. There's nothing that's seized on it or anything like that. This platform on here does move up and down. If you use this crank, it goes up and down just fine. Nothing wrong with that. Never had any problems with this thing. We just don't need it anymore. We haven't used it in years. Now we have the hand drills. It's completely useless. It's got the little safety lock on it. So yeah, little plastic safety lock, so it can't be accidentally knocked on or anything like that. Okay, next up is the Ryobi 9-inch bandsaw. Again, this is just something we never use anymore. We just use the jigsaw for things like this. It's big, it's clunky. We just don't have a purpose for it anymore. Your belt blade tensioner up here. The blade itself is a decent condition. It's nothing special, but it'll last for a few more uses before you can probably get out of it. We've got the little pusher here too, and you can set the angle for which you want to push it through on. Nothing wrong with this. It has a little plastic lock on it again, a little safety lock, so it can't be knocked on or off or anything like that. No issues. Runs just fine. Start up immediately after pulling it out of storage for a few years. Really just have no use for it. Next we have this brand new Freud biscuit cutter tool. This is one of those tools that you use to cut little slots and holes when you're making boxes or things like that. And then you use these little biscuits. Got a whole bag of them right here to join the pieces of wood together. And it's just makes it cleaner, and then you don't have to deal with any screws or nuts or nails or anything like that. So it's just much cleaner. We've only used this once or twice. It's in perfect condition. Everything works on it. Still have the lubrication fluid for it. We've got the wrenches for basic repair on it. Works perfectly. We only used it maybe once or twice. Never had any issue with it. It's just one of those tools that once you use it, you have no purpose for it anymore. So we haven't touched it in years, and that's why we're getting rid of it. So that's that. Next, these two things go together. We have a dovetail pattern for a router. It's made by Vermont American. I honestly don't know much about these. Never used it. It was my grandfather's. He used to love his router. He used it all the time. We don't use it router nearly as much, so we have no purpose for this. So we have these templates for a dovetail if you have any use for them. We don't. And then this is our Craftsman router table. This thing, it's clean. It's in decent condition. Have not used it in probably 10 years. Again, my grandfather's loved his router. We don't use it. We don't need it. So we're getting rid of it. I think I've got a couple attachments for it laying around. I have to see if I can find them. No, we are not selling the router that goes with this. We still do use the router. We just have no use for the table. And then we also have, to go with the drill press, this Delta mortising attachment. Turn on the side for you to see the box better. It's some attachment that you link up directly to the spindle of your Delta drill press. And you could use it to make all kinds of fancy cuts on it and whatever. We've never used it. I have never used it. This is something my grandfather bought again to make some fancy patterns in wood and whatnot, but again, you have no use for it. But don't even know if everything is there inside of it. It might be missing a few pieces. I don't know. I have never used it. I don't know how to use it. Got these pieces over here. But apparently these things used to be like really high end back in the day. I mean, this is hard forged steel. This isn't something that's gonna break, obviously. It appears that everything's in here, but I obviously don't know for certain. This I will sell together with the Delta drill press. I'll give you a reduced price if you buy the both together. Nice and quiet, nice and clean hole. You done with that? And yeah, so that's everything. So hit me up in the ad. I'll put the prices on there and when to contact me. All sales are final. Buyer beware. You know, these things are old, so you know they are like liable to fail, although not likely. Um, so hope to hear from a lot of you guys soon. Get rid of these things and make some money.